Hello everybody, how's it going? Awesome Soul here, and welcome back to more Robocraft. Of course, we will be discussing the latest and greatest happenings throughout the community. More specifically though, we'll be talking about free jam news, which is the usual topic of discussion. So, first things first, there is finally a brand new premium code. Something we haven't actually gotten in quite a while. I can't really remember the last time we got a premium code, or at least it doesn't quite come to mind. But anyways, the code is clans, all one word, no space, 25th. It will be on the screen, most likely as well. So, that does sound a little suspicious. Clans, 25th, clans on the 25th. We are getting clans on the 25th. And yes, actually, that is exactly what we're getting. Normally in the past, these have been like little teasers saying like, oh, this could be possibly in the future. But oddly enough, we actually got confirmation in the same post where the premium code was posted, saying that yes, that is indeed the fact. Next update will be, or at least presumably the next update, will include clans. Now, they didn't say what else it's going to include, but clans are a pretty big feature, although that is definitely on the side of the coders, or the programmers, whichever word you decide to use, and not so much the art team. So we could possibly see Sprinter Legs. Maybe, I don't know. So, what exactly do I think of clans? Well, as I'm sure a lot of you know, I do have a pseudo clan set up right now. That is the Soul Squad. Link in the description to check that out. It's on Discord. But once clans are actually added, I will definitely be doing something with it and creating an in-game Soul Squad clan. Now, not really sure how this is gonna work because we don't really have any information on it. Like, is there a cap of players you can have in your clan? Can you rank up your clan the same way you can rank up your profile? So there'd be like Protonium clans or Bronze clans, and the more rank you have in your clan, the more people you can bring in. I don't know, that'd be pretty damn cool. Although, you would have to be uber competitive in order to keep the maximum amount of people in your clan. So I already see problems with that. Maybe that's not the best idea. But again, that's just my speculation. It's not really confirmed. Always have to make sure to point that out, because you never know. So, other than that, through talking with people in Soul Squad, I have come to the conclusion that if there is indeed a cap, I will be adding the most active users in Soul Squad to the clan first. So, what that means is, if you definitely want to secure your spot in Soul Squad, the actual clan, and not the Discord channel, you can get into the Discord channel whenever you want. But if you want to get your spot in the Robocraft clan secured, make sure you're posting on Soul Squad regularly, and preferably have the rank of Wisp or higher. There actually is a little leveling system in there, if you didn't know. And Wisp is one of the ranks you can get. Anyways, a lot of self-promotion I've kind of unintentionally thrown in there, but I just wanted to make sure everything was clear to people that don't really know what Soul Squad is. Anyways, moving on to our second topic of discussion, and that is essentially sort of a kind of clearing things up-esque kind of post by Drognan, one of the community managers. So if you were keeping up with the official forums for, I think it was about a day or 2 days now, there was a fairly large and or popular post on here talking about, are they ever going to remove loot crates? Or something along that. There have been 999 posts about crates, and now it's my turn to post something. I believe that was the title of the post. So then Drognan chimed in, I think either on page 1 or 2, I can't quite find it, but I do remember what the general gist of his post was about. So he responded to the original poster by basically saying that if there are things that are bad for the game, then they will remove them. Now, it's not necessarily some things that players absolutely hate. I mean, no, that wasn't quite what he was saying. I would definitely recommend reading it yourself, because I'm just going off memory here. So what he was trying to get at was, when it came to things like megabots, for example, very few players were actually using them. And don't get me wrong, the players that actually use them, I'm sure they love them to death. But even, like, looking at the data, he was saying that a lot of players that could make megabots just didn't bother with them. And speaking from personal experience, I know that I was definitely one of those people. I didn't make a megabot until quite a while after they were released. I just didn't have any inspiration to make them. They were just too big and unwieldy to make anything really cool. I mean, I eventually ended up making something decent looking, but it was pretty hard to pull off, and it definitely took a lot of money. And on top of that, they basically made the game. If you had a bad megabot on your team, you were screwed. And it was basically down to the skill and or luck of the draw when it came to megabots, rather than individual player skill, which now, post removal of megabots, I feel is a lot more prominent. So, he was basically bringing up loot crates in that example. I can't remember quite what he was saying, but a lot of people seem to be confused by that, and he wanted to clear some things up. So, essentially, what he's getting at here is that, well, I guess I'll just read it off. So, firstly, here's the 3 main reasons why I, as in Drognan, believes that crates are good. So, number 1, compared to before Epic Loot, new players were sticking around in Robocraft a lot less. So, post Epic Loot, which is basically what we're in now, has seen a lot higher player retention, which is definitely nice. I'm sure the tutorial also adds a lot to player retention, but it would be interesting to see how much the actual tutorial itself has influenced it. Number 2, pre-Epic Loot, only about 3% of all players would ever spend money on the game, and now post-Epic Loot, that has risen to 6%, which is definitely a good thing for the growth of the game. And they can use that money to hire new people, and therefore get new content out to you a lot quicker, which is always nice, and it also means that the game will not be going anywhere anytime soon. Fingers crossed. And number 3, Steam reviews written by new players are positive by a large margin, he says. Now, I haven't actually checked that myself, but I do remember back a while ago, whenever Epic Loot was released, and the reviews, but then again, they were only from the old veteran players, and also I noticed a lot of players that don't actually play anymore, interestingly enough. But, I don't know, I guess you do get burnt out on games if you play every day, so perhaps that was one of the reasons why a lot of the Steam reviews, maybe it had basically reached a critical mass, if that's the right word, to like a critical mass ratio of new update that people aren't quite happy with, and total burnout on the game where these people have like 3,000 plus hours in the game and now are kind of fed up. I don't know, that's just my take on a few things. But yeah, I think that when it comes to the business side of things, loot boxes are definitely a good thing for free gem. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh my god, you know, business side of things, oh, down with the man, you know, pitchforks and burn them at the stake and all that jazz, but I don't know, guys, like, why? Why? Come on, man, they're just trying to make a cool game. You enjoy Robocraft, so why not help them out with, I don't know, money and stuff. I don't know, guys. Point is, stop hating on free gem. I mean, you can criticize them all you want, don't get me wrong, but I've seen, like, lots of blind hatred by a very few select, but also very loud people. But that was a while back, and it's sort of settled down now, which is pretty nice, I guess. But I've given my thoughts on crates in the past, so I don't need to talk about that anymore. And I guess that kind of covers everything for this little removal of crates thing. So basically, we will not be seeing a removal of crates. But if you do actually want to ask FreeJam a few specifics about either that topic or really any other topic, you can actually ask them on Monday, August 15th at 3 p.m. UTC +1 to 6 p.m. UTC +1 as well. That's basically the time zone. And if memory serves me right, the last AMA they did, basically, if you were not there on the dot with your question already pre-typed out and ready to paste in, you probably wouldn't get your question answered, unfortunately. Because I think I came in like near the end and there was a lot of things that were left unanswered. But that's understandable because, well, there's just so many questions they can answer and so few people working on FreeJam. So anyways, let me know down below what you think of all of this. I'm sure I've probably annoyed a few people by my statements, and looking forward to reading the hate mail. Oh boy, I don't know, maybe it's not that bad. We'll see. My subscribers are pretty nice people, I think. Don't prove me wrong. Anyways, guys, I've been the Awesome Soul. I thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Take care.